Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, great afternoon, extraordinary afternoon. I'm at the Scottsdale airport with my man Sean Fowler and his aviation company, and my beautiful wife and I, Najla, high school sweethearts, just got wrapped up with a photo shoot for So.Scottsdale magazine. We were nominated as a power couple here in Scottsdale. And power couples don't mean anything. It's a facade unless you have something deeper, more meaningful than that, something longer lasting. So this is actually my very first Facebook Live ever with my wife, with my business partner, with one of my oldest friends in the world, and I'm first gonna prime it like this. My wife and I have been married for 11 years. We have been together and dating on and off since high school, but we've known each other since the 7th grade. We met on the school bus at Raymond Cree Middle School in 7th grade in Palm Springs. And for those of you guys who are in a relationship or possibly recently out of a relationship, it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. And the fact that we did take some time off for a couple years, and we went to different colleges, went to different schools, and actually spent about 6 or 7 years on our own, dating other people, doing other things, finally coming back to deciding that this was going to be a commitment that we wanted to make to each other. So commitment is a very important word. So let's go ahead and get this thing going here, and let's do this.
Talking to yourself?
Let's give a little fan out. All right, guys. So here's the deal. In any relationship, specifically, you're not going to hear anything. This is Najla's very first Facebook Live.
Not my first Facebook.
Well, it's our. Wifey's got jokes here. I love it.
Oh, I'm full of jokes.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. Luke Kayyem, Master Lifestyle Coach, here with my beautiful wife and business partner, Najla Joy Kayyem, marketing guru. And we are complete opposites. Opposites attract. We've been together, like I said, for over 20-some years. We've known each other for 27 years. She's been more a part of my life than any other person on this earth. And we constantly are working towards this relationship, the health, the bond, the strength, the dedication, the commitment. And it's a lot of work, and we're not always meshing, right? So if you have a relationship or you're in one right now, and it's going well, but it's not perfect, it's not great, don't expect it to be. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Lust lasts 24 months. 24 months, that's it. Psychologists put lust on the calendar for 24 months. Love lasts a lifetime. So, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Congratulations on being nominated as a power couple here in Scottsdale by So.Scottsdale magazine.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the September issue coming out. And I just wanted to really show not only Facebook and the world, but show the people out there throughout the land, throughout the world, that it's not going to be easy. A lifelong commitment with somebody, whether it's a business partner or it's a friend or it's a parent or it's a child, too often you see too many relationships just disappear, dissolve. People give up. And there's times where I've slept on the couch before. There's times where my wife has slept in a hotel room in New York, and we're not necessarily together all the time. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was the fact that although we love spending time together, we love traveling, we work from home together now, there are times
in
different offices. My office is a studio. Sometimes it's hot in my studio, but the weather's cooling down a little bit, as you can see here. But I want people to know that individualism is a key word in a relationship, right? Yeah, couples love to be together. We love spending time together. We love date night. We love dinner. We love all those different things, but we also have to have our own life. And I'm one of those people who is an extreme athlete. I'm an endurance athlete, so I'm constantly doing crazy things like Kilimanjaro and Mount San Jacinto and Cactus to Clouds and World's Toughest Mudder and swimming Alcatraz. My wife wants nothing to do with that. Absolutely zero. She will support the shit out of me, but she doesn't want to do that. So don't think that if you're looking for somebody out there that they have to have all the same traits as you, because we don't, right? We don't, right? My wife probably says more words than I do in a day than I might in a week, and now she's
quiet.
She's quiet, right? So let's do this, guys. If you have any questions about relationships, feel free to drop them in the comments. But if not, I just want to spend a couple minutes here asking my wife some Q&A, right? Because it's extremely important. Not only
and I haven't been prepped yet, which is the worst part.
Scottsdale Airport, Ballers Airport, by the way. So let me do this. Let me first set this thing up with a mindset. If you want something bad enough in this world, you must do whatever it takes to get it. My wife and I met in 7th grade. We started dating in 9th. We got serious in 10th grade. I wrote my wife poetry.
Before text messaging.
Before text messaging, long before text messaging, long before the internet, that we still have.
We used to pass notes in class.
We used to pass notes in class, and that poetry says one day you and I are going to have kids and live together and have a house on a lake and live by the ocean. You know, there was some flow to it. We live in the desert, right? Not everything in that is perfect, but my mindset was set way back when. Even when we weren't together for a few years, even when she was dating somebody else seriously, I was dating somebody else seriously, even during those times, in the back of my head, in my mind, I knew I wanted something. And I started to go after that, even when she wanted nothing to do with me. Now, once we did decide to get married, once we did decide to have children, the games changed. Everything changes. The responsibility factor grows 1,000 times over. Now I'm personally responsible for my family. I'm personally responsible, in my mind, for putting in as much possible work as I can. So one of the key ingredients to this whole thing is, gentlemen, you can't always be right. You gotta pick and choose your battles. You've heard couples say that for a long time. But a true healthy marriage, a true healthy relationship is gonna have its highs and its lows. It's gonna have its peaks and its valleys. It's gonna have its ups and downs. It's not perfect. Every single day we work on committing to ourselves, on committing to our family, on committing to each other. The greatest thing she does and always has done for me, if you're in a relationship right now where one of you is up here and one of you is down there, that shit's not gonna work. Unless you are gonna spend some time and energy on picking up that person's game or challenging them to improve, it's never going to work. My wife has constantly challenged me. She's always constantly pushing and striving and questioning. So if you're in a relationship right now, if you have somebody you love and it's very one-sided, it will always be that one-sided. That shit will never ever change. So you gotta find somebody out there who challenges the shit out of you to be a better human being each and every single day. Somebody who's not nagging or bitching or complaining at you, but somebody who's constantly challenging your status, challenging who you are, challenging the things you do, whether it has to do with your mind, your body, your heart, or your spirit. And we challenge each other in different ways.
I challenge you every day.
You challenge me every day. I might challenge you once a week or once a month, but the challenges are still there. In a healthy, strong relationship, you have to challenge each other. You have to support each other. Yes, family is one of the most important things in this world you can have, but you can't have a family unless you will always have that person's back, even when they make mistakes, even when they don't do the things that they're supposed to do. Perfect example, my wife's bitching at me about the garage. And I say bitch because there's a difference between challenging and bitching. We know that, right? She knows that, I know that, everybody knows that, okay?
His idea of cleaning the garage is just moving shit to the other side and restacking it. That's not cleaning the garage.
So it's not a priority. So as you know, I'm focusing on one thing. What that one thing is to me...
Then hire somebody to do it.
Yeah, there you go. Again, you gotta have that challenge. You gotta have, you know, the persistency and the commitment to level that person up. I'll give you an example here. My wife is very smart, graduated from San Diego State, president.
I learned something there too, okay?
President of her sorority. My wife hasn't, neither one of us has really worked on self-education, on developing. And although we read things online and in the internet, you know, I challenged her this year. I said, look, my goal is to read 50 books this year. And I think I'm like at 12. Well, she kicked up her game. And she's been reading almost a book about a week right now. So what things can you do? It may not be physical. There's not a physical challenge here. We actually have a trainer. Guys, I've been in the fitness industry for 19 years. I can't train my wife. I won't train my wife, and she doesn't want me to. And that's okay. Right? Right? So if you do something for other people, you may not be able to do it for your significant other. You may not be able to do it for your power partner. You may have to hire somebody else. So the same way she said, why don't you hire somebody to clean the garage? I chose that battle. I'll clean the garage myself, but we had to hire somebody to come and train her. Great trainer, great coach, awesome. Well, I take that off my plate. I don't have to worry about that responsibility. When it comes to nutrition, when it comes to food, we're on the same page. When it comes to disciplining our children, when it comes to really, you know, having the same goals and values, we share those. And although we're not identical, and we shouldn't be, we are constantly working on challenging each other every single day in every single aspect, right? Raise your game, raise your game. If you're in an unhealthy relationship right now, it's painful, it's ugly, there's no long term to it, then don't waste another day being in it. End it right then and there, right? I'm not a marriage counselor. But I can tell you right now, after 11 years, I see people getting divorced left and right. The percentage is 50% of Americans will get divorced. Well, why did they get divorced? Why did they separate? That's an individual answer. But I can tell you right now, most people give up. Most people quit. Most people decide that the pain of working on that relationship is way too hard, and it's much easier to just give up, give in, and separate or divorce. We both came from families who were not ideal. So our goal in life, our family goal, is to create an ideal situation for our kids and for us for a lifetime. Not just a year, not just 10 years. Being married is the long game. So if things aren't going well for you in your relationship and it's short term, then just cut it and move on. If you're in a relationship and it's not serving you or you're not serving each other, just move on, go in another direction. But if you're in a marriage and you love that person and that person loves you, but it's not perfect and you guys are battling, keep fucking battling. If you want something bad enough, if you want to be married to your high school sweetheart, if you want to spend your entire life raising your family and having kids and having grandchildren and taking your life to the next level, then you gotta put in work. The shit will not happen easily. So, for those of you guys on the line, truly appreciate you being here today. For my wife, Najla, the under-commentated Najla Kayyem today on this Facebook Live. I truly appreciate you. By the way, gentlemen, a couple of hacks here if you're on the line. We buy roses every time we go to Costco. We buy our wife, I buy my wife roses. Every single opportunity I have throughout the day to show my appreciation, to show my love, to show my support, to show my commitment, I tell her that I love her. I tell her that I miss her when I'm not around her. I text her. I still write handwritten letters. I write handwritten notes to my wife and my kids. So if you're in a relationship, again, and you're not doing the extra work, the long-term committed work, the constant work, then you got to step up your game. Now, on the other end, ladies, what do you do? What do you do for your husband? What do you do to stay committed to this relationship?
I do all kinds of things.
Okay, well, we got a few people on the line here, so let us know. What do you do? What do you do to fill my bucket?
I support you.
You support me, so what else do you do?
I tell you you're crazy.
Yes, she does tell me that I'm crazy. She tells me that I'm not doing something right, or that I need to do it better, or that I need to open up my emails.
Yeah, today I told you. I asked him today, do you even get your emails? Do you even check them? And he said, it's like the last priority on my list. I said, all right, well, I guess I know I can't email him anything anymore. He didn't have an email 10 years ago, but 15 years ago.
That's true. I did not have an email. I didn't want anything to do with it. I'm now much more connected than I once was because of my commitment to what I want to do and what I want to do.
Wipe the sweat off your face
You
when
do.
it's 115 degrees outside?
You do. Another thing, guys, never ever say, not only in your relationship, not only in your family, but in life, that's not my job. We don't do that. I don't care if it's wiping the kid's ass, if it's cleaning out the garage, if it's taking out the trash. We don't say, that's not my job. And you shouldn't say that either. In your executive career,
No, you
in
can't say that
business,
at
you
work
can't
either.
say that. So you can't say it in your life. You can't say it in your home. You can't say it in your family. You should never ever say that. Nobody should ever say that. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this thing up like this. I'm gonna say a couple things, and my wife's gonna translate in Spanish.
No, come on.
What? There's some bilingual viewers out there
Come on.
who want to hear you speak Spanish. It's important. See? Okay. I love my wife. Translation. Come on, don't freeze up on me now.
How do you say wife? You should have told me this
I-
stuff before we got on here so that I knew what I was going to say.
I love you, Najla.
Te amo. Najla.
I thank you for being my rock by my side.
Muchas gracias para, I don't know how to say rock. A piedra, that's a little boulder.
There are days where we may yell and gripe and complain and bitch, however you want to say that translation in Spanish. There are days
Hay muchos días que no te quiero, pero otros días que te quiero mucho.
that we won't always seem like we're perfectly madly in love.
Never go to Mexico without Naj.
There are days
Hay días
where we may not be perfect to each other.
que no estamos perfectos con nosotros,
But for every bad day,
pero cada día que es malo,
there are 364 more great ones.
hay 64 más que son buenos.
And I truly appreciate you as my friend, my love, my life, and my everything.
Thank you.
Luke Kayyem, Master Lifestyle Coach, here on the runway with my beautiful wife, queen, friend, business partner, and high school sweetheart. You got a trio you drop?
Not really.
No. Najla Kayyem, the unicorn of all unicorns. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Hey, make it a great day. Love your life. Love your wife. Peace.